Welcome, everybody. Before we go on, we want to share with you our definition of holistic education. This is an educational paradigm that provides an experience of the vast totality of the human being construct. We know that we have our physical body system that we are learning more about every day. Research by Dr. Zach Bush and others that we will refer to here is providing surprising information about the microbiome and what actually governs the human system, and how easy it is to come back into health by just recreating if required, a very healthy microbiome system. But it's more than the physical body and how we treat it. Because in our Western world today, we have come into some poor habits, you could say, due to lack of holistic education. The way that our soil is treated, the way animals are treated, the fear energy, the pesticides, insecticides, whether we're having organic food or not. All of this that we are ingesting has a huge influence, of course, on the health of our body. But then we have mental toxicity, and we know that perceptions trigger emotional responses, and we know that the biggest push or creator, you could say, of dis-ease today, up to 70% of all disease patterns are influenced in the Western world by stress. So not only in holistic education do we need to look at nutrition and lifestyle, but also mental nutrition. What are we feeding ourselves with mentally? When we look around at our world today and we watch what's happening and what we are given in the global media, whether it's real news or fake news or whatever it is, it triggers and stimulates a lot of fear in people's bodies, uncertainty about our future, especially in this pandemic time, but there'll be more to come. I remember many years ago coming back from tour, traveling a lot. It was swine flu time. That was the virus. And I was feeling a little out of balance, and my children, who are now in their 40s, were worried about me and insisted on calling a doctor. The doctor came in when he heard I'd been in Asia and traveling, and with the swine flu pandemic, he wouldn't even come into the house. He stood at the front door, asked me a few questions, wrote a script for antibiotics, didn't take temperature, no examination, and left quite quickly. He came in with a mask, obviously too, but stood at the door. And my daughters were horrified. They went, "Is that it? That's not a good diagnosis. He had no idea what's going on with you. He's just written you a script for antibiotics." And I said to them, well, I'm sorry, as much as I love allopathic medicine, I prefer to be my own healer. I prefer to treat my body and get the right diagnosis from different sources in different ways. So he was in fear. He was in, oh my gosh, I could catch it if it is some flu. And we will have more pandemics that will come, as happens from time to time in our world. There is so much to understand in holism, treating the whole system. Beyond the physical and the emotional and the mental influences, we also have energetic imprinting from fields around us, things like chemtrails, so we don't see, that are influencing our soil and the food. Organic GMOs, all these things. There's so much. The Heart Project, you could say, unseen almost influences on the rhythms of health affecting our microbiology and how the system is operating. But we want to go beyond that. There's also the reality, the holistic understanding of deep esoteric tradition that is thousands of years old. Chinese medicine, for example, on the basis of the systems of Lao Tzu and others, the influence of Qigong, the movement of energy in a high Qi field, and how that affects what we're breathing, what we're bringing into our body, how the energy flows. We have the physical body. Beyond that, the chakra system and the meridians. We have the higher levels of the endocrine system, the thyroid, and what the other parts of our brain are doing in certain frequency spectrums. We have the busy beta brainwave program or processing. We have the alpha brainwave state, the theta, the delta, and more. Then we have this part of us, this unified field energy, the quantum medicine aspect. This vibration I call the baseline of creation that is flowing through all life. It's a part, it's a zone, it's a frequency that vibrates through creation. And we have this 99.999% space in our atomic structure. But it's not space, it's frequency. When we can boost this signaling, when we can increase the potency of this pure baseline energy that's already in us, vibrating through DNA, vibrating through atoms, vibrating through every single part of us, in us and around us, when we can amp it up and boost it, then it starts to trigger different levels in the matrice called our body of light, from which our chakra system, meridian system, etc. are a part. So we're going to look here at holism, holistic education, in a very different way. There are fields that I feel like I know a lot about, and I'll share about that. But there are fields I'm not an expert in at all, but others are. And so we'll reference their work and give you homework to study a little bit more. Because we need to understand what this whole system is, what lies at our core, the fact that we are vast, multi-dimensional beings, so much more than just what is represented in the human form, that we are actually part of a huge system, essence, vibrating essence, ocean, not just one little cell in the body of this ocean, but we're actually the ocean itself. So because we have so many different people tuning in, I'm just going to relax. I've done some very clear intentions and coding, communication with this infinite benevolence of this unified field that is so intelligent, that is in us all, around us all, to ask that everything that comes through is exactly what those who have been attracted to this course need to hear. So holistic education to us at the Embassy of Peace may be quite different to what you've sensed before, because we want to open up to the rising of this pure energy that is so powerful that we carry within, that as it gets stronger and stronger, we are healed on all levels. We are regenerated on all levels, and we are free on all levels. But this is a course on health and harmonious healing. Healing any energy imbalance that may already be manifesting powerfully in some of your physical bodies, those of you tuning in. So we're going to look at being diagnosed terminal, checking out what that really means, courageous exiting, knowing that there is no such thing as death, that just a small drop of who we are exists in form. But we're also going to address the more minor issues of imbalance, maybe mental issues, some emotional issues. For those of you who keep attracting difficult situations that keep you either high or low emotionally and unstable emotionally, perhaps feeling stressed or drained, or as if you know that there are relationships that need healing. We need to look at emotional health. We need to look at mental health and what that means to be really healthy. But we also need to look at the sort of educational paradigm that pragmatically allows us to experience the totality of who we really are in a holistic and healthy way. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Hold the intention that you receive exactly what it is you need to receive by participating in this course, and that you hear and sense everything you need to know in the right way for you. Maybe we will invite you to do some extra study with an expert, and that person's work will be exactly what you needed to heal on some level. And so you've been guided to do this course just for that. But we will learn and understand more of what this human system is really capable of as we go along, because we are living in the most amazing biocomputer construct that has the ability to heal itself and never even get diseased if held in the right frequency. We can live in a preventative medicine lifestyle program. We can get so healthy on all levels that we become free of so many human limitations. So welcome, and just hold the intention that you hear, sense, receive, understand that which is perfect for you at this point in your own life and evolution, your journey on earth. It's a smorgasbord. There'll be some things we'll share that won't be relevant for you, but they will be very relevant for someone else. And we will do our sharing via a lot of stories, because many people recognize their own life in another person's story, and they get the answers via another person's story to issues they may be facing that are similar as well. So stories, research, insights, and some deep, pragmatic, powerful energy work via meditations and reprogramming and more. So welcome, welcome, welcome. This is our definition of holistic healing and holistic education, understanding the totality of the complete construct, energy construct we are, and working intelligently to address all levels in a healthy